it's this epic disaster. How are you? How are you?
How are you?
How are you, everybody? Sorry.
Wow.
I know.
Hi.
Hello.
This is Cheri.
This is not Cheri. We survived Halloween. We did. We got through the whole thing. Did you have trick-or-treaters?
At my house?
Uh-huh.
No.
Nobody?
To my house.
Well, I mean,
They'd have to walk down somebody's driveway.
I know, but I mean, in the whole like neighborhood, I guess.
I don't know. I can't.
We had
see.
like people walking around in our neighborhood, which is really cool.
Nobody came to your door?
They did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, several. But I felt like that trick or treating did not go on as late as it usually does.
Were there less people or more people?
About the same, but it just seemed like it was over earlier. I don't know, maybe people had things to do.
We did a poll in my morning meeting today to find out. That just sounded funny. To find out how many trick-or-treaters everybody got. And I found that 2 of our people got like 50 trick-or-treaters and ran out of candy.
Wow, we ran out of candy.
And then some people got like nobody.
Oh.
Even though they had like pumpkins and stuff up and they had their porch light on.
That happens sometimes.
So I was like, I never get anybody because you can't even find my house half the time.
You ain't got nobody. You know what we do have?
Ain't got nobody.
We got brewski.
We got beer.
We're kicking off the holidays with brewskis. Holiday brewskis.
You're going to need an opener for this one.
Do you think so?
I don't know what you did with it.
What I did with it? I
Yeah.
didn't do anything with it.
Well, it's your office.
Well, I don't. It's not like I have beer when you're not here. I don't know. Whatever we do with it.
It's right here. I found it.
It's right next to you.
I found it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're opening up the beer. Hi. So here's the thing. Holiday beer. Now that Halloween is over, we're definitely in the season.
I was almost going to put up my Christmas tree on Halloween.
That's weird.
Yeah. So what we're drinking today is Kentucky Bourbon Barrel.
Yum.
Which you know we love.
Love it. I think it's one of the few 5s that we've given.
Kentucky Bourbon Barrel. But this time, it's Kentucky Bourbon Barrel.
Yeah.
Peppermint.
Christmas time.
And I'm afraid I'm going to vomit.
And it smells like peppermint.
Because I can't stand mint in general. Like, I just don't like it.
I'm smelling it.
And you bought this.
I'm belting it.
And if I vomit, it is not my fault.
I won't vomit. I think it might be the best beer I've ever had. I'm anticipating that it will be.
Okay.
Ooh, I can't wait.
All right, I'm going to sniff it.
Sniff that. Sniff it. Sniff it. We did get a message
like
from Jax who said that he's working on updating. He doesn't even have to do this, you know. He does it on his own.
Yeah.
He's updating our beer thing.
I think it helps with his OCD.
Does he have? Well, now everyone knows. We've told his secrets.
He never told me he had OCD.
You're just guessing?
It's a
He's
huge
like,
guess.
Obsessive about our beers?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is going to be a good one. I'm feeling this one.
All right, you drink it first.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it first.
I'm not even going to. I want to see your face. Oh, is that your O face? Did you just give me your O face?
You know what it is?
What?
It's a peppermint patty. Do you like peppermint patty?
I don't like mint.
It tastes like a peppermint patty.
And peppermint patty is one. The thing is, I don't like mint. And people who put mint and chocolate together, disgusting.
That's what that is.
This is payback for the time I made you drink that peanut butter and jelly beer. Isn't
I don't know. I think it's good. Try it. Now, one little problem. I just had a piece of Halloween candy. I just stuck it in my mouth. See that? Good. Peppermint. Patty. Yeah. Good stuff right there. All right.
So anyways, let's move on.
Oh, man, I'm feeling the holidays there.
You're
Heck
feeling
yeah.
something. I'm gonna pour it into a glass, see if it gets any better.
I got a problem. I have a little problem. I need some advice on.
I'm good at advice. I'm just
So this
not
is kinda
good
like
at taking my own advice.
I don't know what to do here.
What?
So, all right. Now, we've talked about this on the podcast before. My wife does most of the cooking in our family, in our situation.
Yeah. She enjoys it.
She does it because she wants to.
Right.
And I don't think she wants to eat my cooking.
Possibly.
But she loves cooking. So when we rebuilt our house, I had a studio, and she said, when we were building the kitchen, she kind of built it to her specifications. She said, "This is my studio," and that's the way it is. I mean, it's her laboratory, it's her studio, and she creates art in it.
Yes, she does.
So she cooks a lot. If I wanted to cook, I could, and she would be fine with it. In fact, I don't make a lot of stuff, but I made some veggie lasagna once. She really liked it. So I can do some things, but most of the time.
And you have some specialties, especially around the holidays, that you do?
Sometimes, but she likes it to do it, and I just kind of let her run with it. Now, and she does this on her own. No expectations, but she does it. And then, so here's the thing I have a question about.
What?
On occasion, she will make something that's, let's see, how do I say, disgusting? Maybe just not good.
How about just not to your liking?
We could say that.
Okay.
But it might be more than that. It may just not be good. It may just be disgusting.
Okay.
Should I tell her?
Not in those words.
I feel like, so I have a right to say, I don't like this. But if someone's cooking for me and she's doing it of her own will, do I have a right to speak up and say, I don't like this?
I tell you what, I don't like this beer. How's that? But you didn't make the beer, so anyways, you can, but you have to be diplomatic in the way that you word it.
Okay.
So, for instance, give me an example.
All right, so 2 dishes. A couple nights ago, she made chili. And first of all, she doesn't make chili the way I believe chili should be made.
You have beliefs about chili.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of dishes that are like that. Now, so what she makes, I say, is not chili. She makes bean stew.
More of a stew. It's thinner.
It's thinner. It's not what I would call chili.
Right.
But she calls it chili. What are you going to do? So I've accepted that that's her chili, and that's chili, and she'll never.
That's what we call it.
Ever make it the way I want to make it.
Nope.
If I want that, I got to open up a can or make it myself.
Right.
So, but she made it the other night, so we're enjoying chili, and she made really good. She usually makes really good cornbread.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, it just doesn't quite cut it.
Okay.
Another night, it didn't. It was okay.
The cornbread wasn't great.
It wasn't great. It was good. It wasn't great. But every once in a while, she'll make, the best cornbread.
I've had some of her really good cornbread.
Yeah. So, okay cornbread, and then the chili was fine, except it was too hot, too spicy.
Too spicy.
She put too many peppers in it, and it was burny. It was burning, and it burned just as much coming out as it did going in.
And
I don't know why I even said that.
We needed to know that.
I don't know why I said it.
Here's a diplomatic way to tell your wife that perhaps the chili was made differently and it's not to your liking.
Okay.
You could say,
"Woo, that's hot.
Thank you for cooking for me.
My ass is on fire."
No, it wouldn't have been when you just stuck it in your mouth. Not your ass, the chili.
You don't know how I eat.
So you could say, I thank you for cooking. This is spicier than you normally make your chili.
Yeah.
Did you use something different?
Okay.
That's what you could say.
Like juices from hell.
No, you don't want to give options.
Like
just
lava,
let her answer the question. She could say, yeah, I found a new spice mixture. What do you think? Well, I already told you what I thought. It's a little too spicy for my liking.
She said it was too hot for her. So that's easy. So when she tries it and she's like, oh, this is too hot. So that's easy.
Then you just have to agree with her.
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah.
So, all right. So last night she makes stir fry. And here's something I've discovered. Now, I don't want to say this too loud because I don't want her to know. So I've noticed that her stir fry, I think she's putting some vinegar. What's the vinegar? Not rice vinegar. So what's the other kind of vinegar? There's another kind of vinegar I'm trying to think of.
There's lots of different kinds of vinegar.
I know, but it's called something vinegar and I can't think of it. And I'll think of it when we're done.
Okay.
But anyway, I think she's putting that
into the stir fry, like maybe a red wine vinegar or a rice wine vinegar.
The type of vinegar I'm trying to figure out that I can't think of.
That one.
Okay,
and you think she overdid it?
She's been overdoing it,
but that's to her liking.
But see, the first time she did it, I thought, well, maybe that it was an accident. She was putting some vinegar in, and it kind of too much went in.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, no problem. And then the next time she did it, it's kind of, okay, the same thing happened. And now I'm realizing every time.
That's just how she
so
likes it.
here's what I think might be happening.
What?
Is I think she's like, oh, he didn't say anything about it. He must not know. Or he really likes it. I'm going to put more in. And I think that's what she's doing. Now, I don't mind vinegar too much. And I don't mind vinegar, stuff. But it's gotten too much. That was too much vinegar.
Then again, you can say, thank you for cooking. Did you put additional vinegar in this tonight?
And what if she says no, but
you could just say,
what are you saying?
You could say, it tastes like it, and maybe my tastes are changing. Something of that nature. You could say, I've noticed the last couple times you've made this stir fry, it tastes a little extra.
You've really screwed it up.
Vinegary. And I was just curious if, Jesus, what did you do?
Oh, God.
I'm so glad this is not my house. You just threw a beer bottle across the room, you slob.
It was heading right to the garbage can, too. Anyway,
and then
go ahead.
Everything fell over. That's fine. Just something diplomatic. Just be like, listen, I appreciate you
I don't
cooking.
want to hurt her feelings, though. I mean, I just think,
I'll tell you what, though, you're
should
right.
I just be quiet? Should I just shut up and eat it? It's just like it's one time. It's not like she's putting too much salt in something every night or too much vinegar in something every night.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so let's just say let's use the analogy of sex. Let's say that you and your wife have sex every single night.
She puts too much vinegar in the sex, too. I'll tell you that right now.
It's funny that she uses vinegar because she doesn't even like pickles. So
No.
that's weird to me. All right. Or pickled anything for that matter.
No.
Okay. So.
She likes olives.
Yeah. Also weird. Okay. So let's say you and your wife have sex every single night. Okay. And let's
You've
say.
been looking? You've been watching?
No.
Do you know this?
I know that she leaves her blinds open this much.
More than that, actually.
Anyway, I digress. Let's say you're doing that. And let's say that on the occasional Thursday or the occasional Saturday or even the occasional Monday, Tuesday, back to back, it's not the best. Are you going to complain?
Sex?
Yeah.
When is sex not the best? When does that ever happen?
See, that's what sex isn't always the best.
How are you having it?
I'm currently not.
Well, then you don't know.
Oh, well, I've had a lot of it,
All right.
and I do know. Not every sexual encounter is as good as, the next one or the one prior.
I mean, not with me. You haven't had sex with me.
Yes, I have.
Never mind.
Moving on. So look at it like that. It's like you're not going to turn down the sex.
No, I think it's different from that.
And you're not going to turn down the food.
It's not. It's a little different from that. So having a meal, end of the day, you're going to be eating, you're looking forward to it, great meal, and then it's not right. And it's not an accident. It's just the way someone makes something. And so the question is, do you tell them, I don't like that, when they're doing something on their own? Do I have a right to say, I don't like the way you make this. Can you not make it this way in the future? When she could say, how about I don't make anything for you in the future?
So that's what I was going to say as my
Or
example.
should I just be quiet and just be nice and don't say anything?
Well, my example was that, she doesn't use all the sugar in her desserts all the time because it's not good for you.
Yeah.
And she doesn't use all the salt that's called for in her desserts.
So you're saying shut up, just be quiet. And
I made the mistake of saying something along the lines about her dessert, and it went on for months. She said, but you don't like my desserts.
She'll do that about anything, though.
Which is why I say
Be
you just
quiet.
need to shut the fuck up.
All right.
And here's the thing. You've been talking about your portion control.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's on
Or
an
lack
evening,
thereof.
it's on an evening where she makes something that you're not thrilled about, there you go. There's a reason to have your portion
control. It's a good
control.
thing I'm working on portions with this food.
There
I'll tell you that
you
right
go.
now. All right, let's play some Would You Rather. Game of Would You Rather. A game of rather. I'm smelling something. What is she making? It actually smells
like vinegar.
It smells like something with vinegar in it.
She heard us.
Oh gosh.
It
She's
really
making
smells like
sauerkraut.
vinegar.
Yeah, it smells like kraut.
She heard us.
Oh my God.
You're in so much trouble.
He loved that vinegar dish I made last night.
You're in so much trouble.
All right, drop something. Oh, don't drop red.
It's
All right,
yellow, which is random.
This is a random. Would you rather spend a day at Disneyland with a big dump in your pants? That's what it says.
What?
I didn't write it. Noticeable to both the eyes and noses of everyone. In other words, you shit your pants and everybody knows it.
And you're just going to keep going on rides.
Apparently.
Walking around eating food.
Looking like Donald Duck in your britches. Or sip a 32-ounce container of phlegm through a straw. Shit your pants.
What kind of question is this?
Drink a loogie. Which would you rather do? Loogie?
How big is the container?
You mean your pants or... Oh, 32. How big is 32 ounces?
Oh, you said it was 32?
32-ounce container of
catch that part.
phlegm through a straw. It's going to have to be a big straw.
Oh, my God.
All right, shit your pants, man. That's only going to disturb other people. The phlegm you got to drink.
Well, if I keep going on rides and walking around with shit in my pants, I'm going to end up with, like, diaper rash.
How do you know unless you've done that before?
Well, I haven't, but babies do it all the time.
Babies don't care.
All right, I'm shitting my pants. That's
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm not drinking
This
phlegm.
is why no one listens to our podcast. This.
That was a stupid question.
I didn't write it. All right, I feel the need that I'm dropping purple.
It's red.
It's part of purple. All right. Red.
Is pain, fear, discomfort?
Ow.
So, would you rather have
Yes.
the brakes go out on your car on a hilltop?
That's happened.
Or, yeah, same. Or have to go into a biker bar and yell, "You guys are a bunch of pussies."
That's happened too. Oh, I'll go with the brakes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the brakes. Just get out of the car and let
Unless
it roll.
I have a shank up my rectum.
Okay, if you go in and yell, "You guys are a bunch of pussies," with a shank up your rectum, are there? And then they come at you, you're gonna be like, "Oh, hold on, I got to get something."
Here's the thing. We were talking about that earlier. That's why I said that. Before we went on the podcast, I was talking about what if I went to prison. So here's the thing. Now, if I'm going to prison, do I pretend like I'm a badass? Do I pretend like I'm a, I mean, I would have to act.
Okay,
Do
so
I pretend like, if I'm in prison, do I pretend like I'm a tough guy?
Right.
Or do I just be normal and just pretend like I'm me, kind of meek and mild and hide in the corners and stuff? Do I do that? Or do I?
Wallflower.
Because I feel like if you pretend that you're badass, you're going to have to eventually back that shit up.
You're gonna have to back that shit up in prison. That's gonna have to
and
happen.
you're probably going to get in a fight. I don't know, though. Here's the thing. Now, I don't think this is going to be true in prison, but but it's true in life. I never really had to get in a fight because I was, I'm 6'5", and I think people just thought I knew how to fight because I was big. And they were like, I'm not going to fight that guy. They could have kicked my ass easy. Like the smallest guy in the world could have kicked my ass.
But see, the thing about prison, from my understanding, not that I would know.
There's tall guys in prison and really tall guys, and there are really small badass guys.
Yeah. So it doesn't
They don't
really
care.
matter your size.
No, they don't care.
They're gonna test you.
Yeah.
So my question is, do you want to end up being somebody's
Bitch.
I was going to say that, but I wasn't going to use that phrasing.
Why?
Were you going to be somebody's plaything?
Uh-huh.
Or are you going to be, somebody's punching bag? Or both?
All right. So I would rather have the shit beat out of me in prison than someone do me in prison.
Than be raped, you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'd rather be beat half to death.
Yeah.
Maybe lose an eye.
Totally.
Broken nose.
Totally.
Broken jaw.
Yeah.
Wired shut.
Mm-hmm.
Sucking phlegm from a straw.
Yes.
Okay.
Then
have anal
some
sex.
dude up my butt or in my mouth.
But forcible.
Yeah.
Not like pleasant.
Well, it
like
depends on what he
they
looks
didn't buy
like.
you dinner first. They didn't.
It depends on. Am I in there with Brad Pitt? Did we do something? And he smells kind of good.
Was he pleasant about it?
Yeah. I mean,
Did he caress
smells
you?
like sandalwood today.
Did you get to cuddle afterwards?
I might. I don't know. No,
Okay.
I wouldn't. I can imagine. Here's what I would do. So if you're in there, no, I'm not even going to ask this question. If you're in there for life, do you start like preparing yourself and just go, well, okay, I'll just do that. I got to do it.
I don't think it affects every single person that's in prison for life.
I don't either. And plus, no one's going to look at me and go, oh, I got to get me some of that.
True.
I don't think that's going to happen. But here's the deal. So, like, there's a hierarchy of prison sex. Should I even be saying this?
I don't know.
I don't think we need to go into this. But, like, the anal thing, that's the lowest. I don't want that. Well, actually, I don't know. Which is lower, the mouth or the butt?
Well,
I don't know.
Sometimes if they're forcible, and I'm speaking from experience, in your mouth, you can't breathe.
Well, okay. Like the one that, like, if you have to do one, it would be the hand job. Why am I talking about this on our podcast? But I don't know.
You've talked about giving men hand jobs on the podcast before.
Not lucid, not without having a lot of beer. I haven't.
Or gin.
Yeah.
How did we get here? What happened?
I say we go somewhere else. Well, let's talk about what's happening this week.
Okay,
on the podcast.
Yeah, I like to look up, the national days of the week.
We're entering into the holidays. We all need to know what we're doing.
This is the first week of November, 2021, and I'm still working from home.
What the hell was that?
And I get to do that whenever I want, and nobody can hear it.
Let me tell you.
What?
No. So this is just stupid. I don't even know why I'm going to say this, but my wife is always talking about how she never hears me fart.
Bullshit.
Well, you can call it what you want. She says she's never heard me fart, and it's true. I don't do that in front of her.
Well, yeah, out of politeness.
And I made some comment at one point about you should hear what happens when you leave, and she was like, "What? Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I'd say, "So today, I mean, as soon as the door closed."
You let it rip.
That was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I just thought, for a second, it's like, what if she's still there?
She heard it outside the door.
I know she would divorce me.
No. People fart. If you didn't fart, you'd explode.
That fart had a name. That was like a hurricane. They actually put a name on that one. Was
it
big.
Reggie?
Yes, Reggie the fart. It was huge. I might have done some severe damage to one of our pets.
Oh gosh, or at least psychological damage.
And I did psychological damage to myself.
Yeah.
And we need a new bed now. Anyway, go ahead.
You did it in bed.
Oh yeah.
That's worse.
It was horrible. I was ashamed, but it felt so good. Anyway, go ahead.
So you held it the entire time, rather than just going to the bathroom.
What, do you go to the bathroom to fart? Do you do that? Do you go to the bathroom to fart?
Sometimes, if I'm in a public situation.
You live alone. Oh, in a public, you don't want to do it on the bus. Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm at home, I let it go.
I remember, because like I'm the kind. Dang. Let's don't talk. I don't even want to go into this. This is one of those traps that we get into, and I just don't want to do that. Let's go. Let's talk about the week.
Let's not talk about the rabbit hole.
The farty days of the week.
Okay, so today
National Fart Day
it is the 1st of November. It is two things that
should we say we're releasing the podcast a little bit late.
Yeah,
today's Monday because of Halloween and a couple other little difficulties. We're okay. Yeah,
it's going to happen Monday evening rather than Monday morning.
Yeah.
But Rick's been late before, so it's not the end of the world. Sorry if you guys think it is the end of the world. It's really not. So today is the 1st, and it is National Calzone Day.
One of my favorites.
What do you like in your calzone?
I always get mushrooms, green olives, and that's all I have to have, except for the cheese and the sauce and stuff, obviously.
Right.
But that's all I have, the only kind of ingredients. And then I do not mind some spinach in there. So we've been ordering from Calzone, and they've been using ricotta cheese.
That's part of a calzone.
Is it supposed to be? Okay. They're putting too much in. I kind of like
more mozzarella.
Yeah. More mozzarella.
I agree with you. I prefer the mozzarella over the ricotta. Yeah. But again, the ricotta makes it a little lighter. But we're talking calzones.
Yeah.
Who's got a light calzone?
No.
So I like mushrooms and green peppers.
Yep. Go with that.
And onions and black olives.
I could skip the onions. The black olives I'll take if the green olives aren't available.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I think I would do a calzone over a pizza almost any day.
Yeah, because it's all
I
yours.
like 'em, yeah.
It's all yours. You don't have to share it with anybody. So if you are listening to this on the 1st of November, you're listening late and you haven't had dinner yet, get you calzone.
Yeah.
It's also National Cook for Your Pets Day.
Oh, really?
I cook for my pet twice a week.
I
don't need a day to do that.
We do that, I think, every day.
You cook for them every single day.
We give. Well, okay, we give them cooked food every day.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
I
you're
only
right.
have to actually do the cooking twice a week.
That's true.
But they eat cooked food. Well, she eats. And you know what I do that you all don't do?
Do it naked. I don't know what.
I heat it up in the microwave.
Oh, yeah, they don't need that.
She likes it.
Burn their mouth.
No, I don't heat it up that much. It's just warm and it's not cold out the fridge.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on to tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Oh, crap. I thought about doing this too. Tomorrow is National Deviled Egg Day.
Oh, I like those.
I make the best.
You put too much vinegar in your deviled egg?
No, I don't put vinegar in my deviled eggs. I put horseradish in my deviled eggs.
Horseradish is good. You know what you don't put in that you should put in?
What?
A little olive on the top.
Okay. I can put an olive on the top.
I love olives. I'll put olives in anything.
In your butt?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Fart it out.
Oh, God.
Like a little pop gun.
You know, there are women that get paid
people don't listen to our podcast.
Anyways.
You do that in prison, you'll make friends.
You'll make good friends.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Martinis love that.
Oh, wow.
Dirty martini.
A very dirty martini. Okay, so...
Hi, everybody out there listening to this wonderful podcast. You only thought you were going to have a good time.
This is from the gutter of Atlanta.
Totally.
Anyway.
In prison.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Wednesday. National Sandwich Day.
Oh, man, yeah.
What's your favorite sandwich?
What?
What's your favorite sandwich?
Every sandwich is good. Almost.
Do you like cold sandwich, hot sandwich?
Cold. Not a big fan of hot. I'm not a big fan of Firehouse subs. You know, I like Subway.
Yeah.
And I like other kind of sub sandwich places. But Firehouse, you know, they always heat it up. And I'm not a big fan of the heat up. The toasting and heat up. With them, I think you do.
No, you don't.
You do. They'll make you. They'll force you.
No, they don't.
But so my tradition, which you probably know, New Year's Eve. My New Year's Eve tradition is to make huge, gigantic sandwiches. So
like hoagies.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm thinking about it and getting hungry. I'm just stuffing them with cheese and meats and vegetables and breads and just make the biggest.
Yep.
And then you eat it until you're stuffed, and that's awesome.
And then you can't stay up until
you can't celebrate.
There's
you go to
no
sleep.
way you're going to bed.
And so that sandwich is my favorite because all the kinds of, and I say meats, but obviously veggie meats, but all the kind that you could put on, and cheeses and everything. Oh man, I love it. Yeah.
When you did eat meat, did you like a good BLT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Wasn't my favorite, but it's fine. Sure.
BLTA was my favorite sandwich.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato, ass. What is the A?
Avocado.
Ooh.
You don't like avocado.
I'll take the ass.
Really? You want to eat the ass on your sandwich?
Sure.
Okay, you do that. So moving on, let's go to Thursday, which is the 4th.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what day it is, and it's not what day you think they're celebrating.
I don't know what that means, but go ahead.
It's National Chicken Lady Day.
Oh.
And what's the first thing that came to your mind?
Yeah. Kids in the hall.
Yeah. I knew it would too. That's why I chose this day.
Yeah.
And mind you, people, I don't say every single day that is celebrated. I just talk about the ones I want to.
YouTube Chicken Lady Kids in the Hall, and you'll know what we're talking about.
So it's
we
not
saw
that.
we saw the Chicken Lady.
We did
at the Ren Fair.
We did. We saw a Chicken Lady.
Great. Whoever was doing that did a great job.
They did. They did an awesome.
And
rendition.
I posted it, and Kids in the Hall reposted it because it was so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So good on you. We don't know who you are, but good on you. So it's not that. What it actually is it's a day that honors Dr. Marthenia or Tina Dupree. For 12 years, she worked for the second largest chicken restaurant in the world as the Director of Community Relations and Training. She was widely known due to her work in the community. During this time, through her work with the community and the people she helped, she became known as the Chicken Lady.
Okay.
She led numerous efforts to improve education in her community. She provided training and certification that led to business opportunities to many in her area. She not only led by example, but she enhanced the lives of those around her. So how do you celebrate National Chicken Lady Day? You find somebody that, is emulating that in some way, shape, or form, like taking what they can do and trying to better their community and celebrate that.
That's the weirdest day I've ever heard.
It kind of is.
It's complicated and weird. I'm wondering how that got to be a thing.
So you had a day honoring you, but it wasn't like it didn't happen annually. It's just one day.
Yeah, they're behind you.
Yeah. This is annually.
Okay.
So apparently she made big changes.
I don't know.
I
don't know who
either.
she is.
I just thought it was...
It's the one thing that I miss. The one thing that I miss the most about being a vegetarian is eating chicken.
I hated chicken.
I loved it. I would still eat. I have still debated. I still debate. Every once in a while, I'm just like, just one day I'll eat some chicken. One day. I haven't done it in all these years, but it's the one thing I would love to do.
Once in a great while, I miss chicken, like fried chicken skin.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't like to eat fried chicken on the bone.
Right.
Because I'm just going to go into it. You bite into it like a drumstick, and then you see like the veins and stuff next to the bone.
Right.
Oh,
it's meat.
I'm
You're
done.
eating a body.
I'm done eating. Yeah, that's it. I'm out. I'm out.
That's the good thing about the chicken fried tofu.
Yes.
You still get the taste, but
Yes.
you don't get the veins.
And those nuggets from Earth Fair.
Yeah, those are great.
So good.
They're going to start, they don't sell them at Earth Fair anymore, but they're going to start selling them online. No one knows what we're talking about, so I'll shut up.
Okay. So let's move on to, what is that, Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's National Donut Day.
Donuts.
But you know what? There's also a National Donut Day in June. So maybe they just really
That
like
doesn't
donuts.
Make sense.
I don't know.
It's wrong.
But the National Donut Day in June is the one where like certain donut places I'm not going to mention on here give away free donuts.
Oh, okay.
But this one is just celebrating the donut and where it came from and the history of the donut.
So what do you call a donut? What's the definition of a donut to you? What do you have to have? It's a pastry, obviously.
It's a fried bread.
So that's what it is, fried bread.
It's a type of fried bread.
So let's say a funnel cake. Is that a donut?
No, I said it's a type of fried bread.
But what is the type? What makes it a donut?
I don't know. It's fluffy inside.
Okay. I don't know.
It's got a
That's what I'm
particular
asking.
texture.
Because not all donuts have holes.
Nope.
Some of them are cream filled.
And some of them are long, and some of them are round, and some of them are fritters.
So
and
what's
some of
the
them
that's just what I'm trying to figure out. What is the technical specification of a donut?
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
How about on Friday,
We will
on National
know.
Donut Day?
We'll release a special video.
You look it up.
You do
And
it.
you learn.
You do
You're
it.
the one with the question. You.
Post the video.
No, you. All right. Oh, my God. What's your favorite kind of donut?
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of cream filled, but sometimes I like it. But I do like things on the donut. So it's hard to tell. I've been to so here in Atlanta, we have a place called Revolution Donut. There's a couple places that like a mini franchise, local franchise, whatever. And I like their place because they have a lot of different flavors. You can try different things.
Have you been to Sublime?
I don't think I have.
Go to Sublime.
Yeah, you've talked about them, but I don't think I have.
Yeah, we'll go. Okay, so moving on. If you want to, interact with us, you could tell us what your favorite donut is.
Please.
Please
do.
Send it to thisepicdisaster@gmail.com.
And send us donuts.
And send us one so we can taste it and tell you if you're right or wrong about your favorite donut. Okay, Saturday. National Saxophone Day.
Really?
Yeah. So did you played trombone?
I did.
Do you know I read reading this in, believe it or not, an extremely old book, and it was last night before I looked up these days. I was reading about the saxophone and how a C on a saxophone doesn't sound the same as a C on a piano.
Really?
And it's because it's not a C. But they call it a C because, see, the thing about... so you have to use different shafts or different plugs in your shaft to make the certain sounds.
Okay.
And
I'm not going there.
And that's just the way to start. Like, that makes sense that it's a C. But there are like 5 different kinds of saxophones that are still common in use today. There used to be like 6 or 7.
Soprano sax, alto sax, tenor sax, baritone sax. What am I missing? I'm sure there's a bass sax.
But there used to be like a C sax.
Yeah.
And that's where it started.
Okay.
So anyways, I found it very interesting, and I learned that from the Straight Dope.
I was always and I love the Straight Dope. I was always very fascinated by saxophones. Never knew anything about them. I still don't know a whole. I think I'm fascinated with reed instruments in general.
I am too, and I wanted to play the saxophone when I was younger. People said I had the cheeks for it, but I ended up playing the clarinet, and I didn't stick with it.
But it's a reed instrument. That's kind of like saxophone.
Yeah, I mean, I understood the mouth movements.
Okay.
I don't know that they're the same for the saxophone.
Who's your favorite saxophonist?
I don't have one.
You don't?
I mean, maybe, what's his name?
I don't know. How would I know? Kenny G? Not Kenny G.
No.
Spit it out.
Ellis's son.
Marsalis?
Yes.
Branford?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. He's good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My most influential saxophone player was Richie Kanata.
Wait, hold on. I don't know if he plays the saxophone. Does he play the saxophone?
Branford?
Yeah, he plays it.
Winton is a trombonist. I mean, a trumpet player.
Okay, so I did
Branford
have it right.
plays,
Branford plays
sax, but I think Branford, I want to say his main thing is more of a like tenor or alto sax.
Yeah.
I think, but he could play probably anything.
Probably.
I think they all could play anything, really.
Yeah. Did you know that in watching a documentary about them, I learned that he did not get his musical talent from his father?
I did not know that.
Like, his father was the first person in his family to be a musician. The family history of musicians comes from his mom's side.
Have you ever seen Bring on the Night?
No.
Oh, man, you need to. That's the first time I ever heard of Branford Marsalis.
Okay.
I think I have it on DVD. I'll give it to you. Not give it to you. I'll loan it to you. Do you have a DVD player?
No.
Oh, never mind.
I'll look it up on streaming. Somebody has it for me.
Yeah,
I'll find
it's
it.
old, but it's awesome. It's good.
Okay. So moving on to Sunday, the last day of the week. The only thing I'm going to say about it, daylight savings time ends.
Oh, no.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. We get an extra
it.
hour's sleep. So on 2 a.m. on Sunday, the 7th, if you're still awake at 2 a.m., set your clock back to 1 a.m., and then you don't have to go to bed for another hour.
Then go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Is that it?
That's it. That's all I got. That's Sunday.
Boom.
Over and done.
Pretty cool. I have a quick thing I want to go through with you. Now, you know, it's been a long time, but we used to be in a kind of a relationship. Do you remember anything?
A kind of a relationship.
No, do you remember much about it? I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Yes, I do.
So I don't remember a lot about old relationships. There are certain things I can remember. Like I can remember going to Chicago to pick you up and bring you home.
First time we ever met.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can remember having pumpkin pancakes at the IHOP in Chicago.
Same time.
I can remember having food at Harry Carey's. See? And I remember driving home. But I don't remember the whole trip home. I remember parts of it.
You were upset because we didn't hit the reason we went through Nashville was because you wanted me to see the fall colors.
No, I wanted you to see the fall colors when we came home into Chattanooga. There was an area there coming down off of the big mountain. And
it was dark.
They were all gone. All the leaves are gone. I mean, I wasn't mad.
You were just disappointed. Yeah. You were like, I had this planned, and it didn't work out.
And then I can remember things about the relationship, certain milestones of things that happened, but overall, generally, some things I don't remember. But this is the way with everything. It's not just us.
This is how much I remember. Do you remember what we ate when we finally got back to the apartment at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, hell no. We got back in the day, I thought.
No.
What?
No, it was
Get
dark.
out. No, I don't know.
Because we had to leave a day earlier than we expected.
I mean, I
remember?
would eat ramen, but I don't know.
We had those little tiny freezer pizzas.
No.
Yeah, we did. I
don't believe you. Okay, I'll say. You say.
There's a lot that I remember that you don't, but
Maybe.
we're all entitled to our own reality.
So here's something that I have been told throughout my whole life.
What?
In relationships, that I am emotionally unavailable. Would you say that about me?
At times. At times, I would say, yes, you are emotionally unavailable.
All right, so I've been told that. And so I will say, when someone says that about me, I'm like, okay, I could probably see how they might think that, but I've never really felt that it's true. But I'm not an overly emotional person.
This is true. So
I feel like that. What are you saying? Are you saying you want me to be overly emotional? Because I connect with people. I feel like I connect with people emotionally, but I'm not like overly emotional.
So here's what
I don't know what emotionally unavailable is supposed to mean.
Okay. So emotionally unavailable can mean a range of things depending on who says it, obviously.
All right.
So what I discovered about you is that, and this may come out of left field for you, and I'm sorry, is that you are like way more analytical and in your head, which you already know that, than you are passionate. You have interior passions about things, but you don't voice your passions in a passionate manner.
I compartmentalize. I have a passionate nature about me, and when I need to be passionate, I can be passionate. And when you're saying passionate, you're meaning like amorous passionate, not like. Well,
that's part of it, but not just that. Like just all types of intimate passion.
Yeah. So like intimacy, for me is a conundrum.
Yeah. But you.
It's not. It isn't. It. I have a capability to be intimate, but it is something that I don't often visit. And certainly not without sometimes trying hard.
And you used to tell me that I wasn't intimate because I didn't say I missed you when you were gone.
Huh?
Yep.
No, I did not. What I said was, see, that's the weird thing, is when you distort something, because memory will distort things.
Yes, it does.
What I said was, and this happened, like I would go out of town and everybody that was on the trip with me would be talking to their partner and talking about their day and I love you and blah blah, and we never did that.
No.
When we were gone. And that's what I was talking about. I didn't say you said that personally. Anyway.
Wow. Okay.
I don't care. That was a long time ago.
It was, and it's over, and it's fine.
But I will say that from the time I was a little kid, one of my very first girlfriends, I was in the 7th grade, told me I was emotionally unavailable. A 7th grader!
How does a 7th grader in 1970 something know what that means?
I didn't even have emotions then.
You had puberty.
Yeah, barely. I didn't even have that. Well, anyway, but it's something I don't know. I just kind of struggled with. I don't like it, but it's something that's always followed me. So I found this online. 11 signs of an emotionally unavailable partner and what the hell to do about it. That's what this is called. And so I was just like, oh, okay. Well, let's see how many of these I have. All right.
Okay.
11 signs of an emotionally unavailable partner. So I'm going to tell you 11 signs, and I'm going to tell you what I think, and then you can tell me if I'm true or not.
Okay.
In what I think. I'm not going to read this whole article, but I'm going to tell you the signs. Here's number 1. They haven't been in serious relationships.
But you have.
No, I've been in many serious relationships. So that's wrong.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
wrong.
I'm not emotionally unavailable because number 1 is wrong.
Wow.
Number 2, they don't like talking about real shit.
Yes, you do.
I love talking about. In fact, I think I talk about real shit more than my partner does.
Yeah.
So all of my partners, screw you. All right, number 3, they're not affectionate. At least not consistently. Now, that's not true, but I understand what they're saying. I'm affectionate and I'm consistently affectionate, but not in the way that this article thinks.
So see, you're basically describing me. I don't like to be hung on.
No, you're emotionally unavailable.
Exactly. Because I don't like people to constantly have their hands on me.
But I am affectionate. I hold my wife's hand. I hug her. We kiss. And she's not even comfortable sometimes. She said I'm like the first boyfriend, like publicly, that will do affection.
Interesting.
Public PDA. I do PDA.
You've also grown.
You've been looking.
Well,
all right.
She does leave her blinds open this much.
Number 4, they're unavailable. Literally, that's not true. Like it's saying that you're unavailable, like you're not even there. So,
like if you were dating someone who either didn't answer your calls, didn't answer your texts,
totally not true.
That's not true.
Not true. See, so. 4,
she does that more than you do.
So I know. We're on 4 right now, and none of them are true. All right, number 5. They don't respect your time.
Meaning?
I guess, you need time to do your stuff. They don't like it. No, that's not true.
That's not
true. I totally
at all.
respect time. All right, number 6. They think emotions are weak.
No, you don't.
I don't.
No, you don't.
We're up to 6, and none of these are true. Number 7. They misunderstand you. I mean,
yes.
Obviously, everybody at some point misunderstands somebody else. But I don't misunderstand people. I'm not in a haze where I don't understand my partner.
Right. You just need it to be articulated in several ways before you get certain things.
That's not me. That's everyone. Everyone needs to have to be clarified. But I don't constantly misunderstand people.
Okay.
All right. Number 8, they call you intense. You're intense.
Yours not intense.
No. Number 9.
You can be when you get introspective. That's when you get intense.
No, I'm saying they call you intense because you have emotions.
So the person is calling you the person that's supposed to be emotionally unavailable
because you have emotions. You're intense.
Oh, I see. You don't do that.
No, I don't.
You don't do that.
All right. Number 9, they're defensive. No. I'm not defensive. What are you talking about? I'm not. No, I'm not defensive. Everybody has.
You can be.
No, everybody has moments of defensive.
Yeah.
I'm not defensive. I don't care. I am who I am. I'm not trying to defend myself. Number 10, they pull away. That one, possibly, there's a little thread to that one. I will pull away sometimes, but not often. I don't think as much as an emotionally unavailable person would. But I might pull away a little bit. All right, number 11, they don't put the same effort into the relationship.
I disagree.
Bullshit. I don't either. I put a lot of effort. So here's what we're talking about. 11 categories, 11 qualifications, 11 characteristics
of an emotionally
unavailable person. I don't fit any of them.
To a T, no.
None of them.
No.
All of this time, everybody's been telling me this. Screw you. You're wrong.
Okay.
I'm emotionally available.
You just have to figure out how to reach those emotions.
Yeah, I don't know what they're about. I don't get emotions. I don't understand it. I don't understand the whole emotional world.
Also, you could say that a lot of emotionally unavailable people are just scared. You have to remember that a lot of people who have, something about them that you would describe them as like that, like they have anger issues, or they're emotionally unavailable, or it's because they're scared.
Yeah, you know what they are?
What?
They're intense. They're intense. All right. That's what we got this week. I'm closing it down.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Shut it down.
We got a show. We did a show. We did a complete show. Now, here's the thing I want to talk to people about.
What?
People, here's what you don't know about COVID. COVID has hit a lot of podcasts. It's hit us. We have no audience anymore. In fact, you that I'm talking to right now, you're not even listening to the podcast. Why am I talking to you? You're not even there.
Somebody's
You know what
there.
you are? You're emotionally unavailable.
Shit. Our listeners are emotionally unavailable.
Actually, our listeners are the best listeners. We still have a few of them. In fact, just today, one of them told us we need to completely redo our podcast.
Who said that?
We need to stop eating shit on our podcast.
Yes, I did hear that.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. And I'm not even announcing this really, but we're going to make a few changes to our snacks.
Yeah.
So if you don't like the snack part, we're sorry.
Yeah, it does get a little old, and we can completely understand
Well,
why
I think
it would
it
get
just
old.
becomes the same show after a while.
After a while.
Yeah.
It
Unless
doesn't
you're
matter
eating.
where they're from. It doesn't matter what we're eating. It's just us eating on the freaking podcast, and that's just, it can get old. So we're gonna
alter that.
Yeah.
But anyway, but the podcast itself, as a whole, there's a lot of people who are still with us, and we want to say thank you as we go into the holiday season. And I think before we get to not Thanksgiving, a little bit after Thanksgiving, sometime between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we'll hit 200 episodes.
Wow.
Of This Epic Disaster.
Sometime in December, then.
That'll be pretty awesome. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. We should do something nice for our listeners, don't you think?
Sure.
We'll come up with something. But anyway, thanks for listening. We would like to hear from you. Drop us a line at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. Tell us what you think of the show. If you think we should keep eating, fine. Tell us. If you think we should not,
If you
fine.
like the ASMR of us crunching chips,
Yep.
go for it.
If you think that I should continue putting my shank in my rectum,
Please don't. You're going to injure yourself.
can we edit that part out?
Yes.
I'm not totally sure why I said that. Hey, guess what? We're on Facebook, and we have a nice little Facebook group called the Disaster Baiters. And this week, Patrick Dogcrate, who actually wrote a story last week, he's been talking on the podcast. On the Disaster Baiter.
He has been, and I love it.
It's like a whole different thing.
It is. And people should actually go to it.
I think more people should talk on it. But you can follow us there, and you can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. You can visit us on Twitter, and you can listen to the show on YouTube. And we're going to have special videos on YouTube coming up.
So here's something else that
What is something else?
that I think that the listeners should know.
Okay.
Is that I'm not going to go into what it is, but I have to have a medical procedure that requires anesthesia. Next week, so it'll be after we record our next podcast.
Does it involve your butt?
It does.
Oh,
thank you for that.
no.
It's a butt probe.
Oh no.
Anyways, Rick was thinking, since he's my driver, my chauffeur for the day, he was thinking he might do a little live video.
I don't know. It just depends. I don't know that I would want somebody to do that to me.
I don't care.
We'll see. We'll see how that
don't
goes.
care. All right.
We'll see how it goes.
We should talk about the beer before
We need to talk
go.
about the beer. I think we should do a gift giving thing this year like we always do. That'll be coming up. What else do we do? Maybe we should do a Thanksgiving video. You know what we need to do that we haven't done in a long time? I'm afraid to do it because no one will show up. We haven't done a Zoom in a long time. We should do a Thanksgiving Zoom.
Not on Thanksgiving.
Not on Thanksgiving, but around Thanksgiving, and we'll just call it the Thanksgiving Zoom. Zoom's giving. Zoom's giving.
Giving.
We'll call it the Zoom's. I don't know what we'll call it.
Oh.
We'll think of something
Disaster giving.
Yeah, we'll call it something, but we'll come up with some stuff, and we'll let you know.
Okay.
All right.
So what do you think of the beer?
Giving it a 5. I love this beer. This is like everything I love in a beer. And I know you don't care, but the porter, the bourbon barrel. First of all, it's one of my favorite. Kentucky bourbon barrel porter is one of my favorites anyway. We've given it a 5, and then you put some peppermint in. Here's what my fear was.
What?
Was it was going to say peppermint, and you couldn't taste the peppermint because we
Right.
get so much of that. The peppermint is perfect. It's the perfect balance. It actually tastes, and I said it, but it tastes like a peppermint patty. The cool sensation of the York peppermint patty. It tastes like that. It does have a chocolatey taste. I love it. This is like my favorite now. It's my favorite holiday beer.
I forgot to mention that it's also 8.2% alcohol by volume.
I'm feeling every bit of that.
So again, it's Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Peppermint Porter. It's aged in bourbon barrels. It is by, somebody.
Kentucky Beer Barrel. Kentucky.
Anyway, they make it in Kentucky.
What do you think of it? It's not. I know you don't like peppermint.
I don't like mint of any kind.
Okay.
Although I have drank more than half of my beer.
Lexington. I can't read the small print, but it's Lexington beer or something.
Okay.
You have drank a lot.
Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company.
Okay.
Got that out. That took a minute.
Yeah.
It's. I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
Does it make you feel holiday-ish?
It does.
It does. It's a little Christmassy.
Do you know what is funny that this reminds me of? It's just a quick little story.
Oh, yeah?
whenever we would go out, when I used to live in Alaska years ago, we would go out ice fishing.
Oh, okay.
Right? And we would take hot chocolate
Yeah.
with peppermint schnapps.
That's totally what it's like. Yeah.
And this is very nostalgic for me because of that. But then you add that bourbon flavor to it.
Yeah.
And it just like heightens it just
I
a
know.
little
And
bit.
the thing is, you have to admit, even if you don't like peppermint, the peppermint is not overly strong. It's just a little bit of taste in there. So there's a lot of flavors going on. And the peppermint's not overwhelming,
It's
but
not
it's
like
still
toothpaste.
it's still a presence. It's
Yeah.
still good. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give it I'll just give it a 2.5.
2.5. What?
Yeah, I know.
Dang it! You just gave it half what I gave it. I still, to me, it's my favorite. I love it. That's good. All right. Good stuff.
Okay, so Rick found his new favorite, which they'll get rid of in exactly 6 weeks, and he'll never find again.
I would like to give a shout out to our good friend Doug in the pub, who we got to see this weekend.
I did too.
This week.
Yeah.
Now you went out to Brick Store with Doug.
No, I didn't.
Did you not? You didn't go to Brick Store?
We went to Leon's.
Why didn't you go to Brick Store? Brick.
Because we already had it planned to go to Leon's.
Oh, well, he wanted to go. I wonder if he went.
Oh, no, he said he did go.
Okay, then
Yeah,
he's
he
fine.
had gone for lunch that day.
Okay.
So he got to see everybody, and he got to get what he wanted.
We went to Marley's, which is an Irish restaurant here. That was pretty fun. We kind of hung out there for a little bit.
Yeah.
My wife and I joined Mr. Pub,
Mr. Pub.
I guess we'll say.
Yes.
But that was fun seeing. I hadn't seen Doug in a while.
It was a very, very lovely visit. Like
yeah?
one of our best visits.
Really?
We sat and talked for we were in that restaurant for probably 3 hours.
Wow.
We had 4 drinks. Like we were like just chatting and enjoying each other's company. And it was great. And he's like, I got to get up at 5 tomorrow. So.
All right. Well, that was fun. I love it when we see listeners and friends and everybody else. So
I agree.
Shout out to Dougie.
Yep.
Mr.
Dougie.
Puppy.
Don't call him Dougie.
Dougie and a puppy.
Don't call him Dougie.
Okay.
I don't think he likes that.
Folks, thank you for listening. We do appreciate it more than you know, even if you're just listening a little bit. But we do like to hear from you, so drop us a line. And now we will see you next Monday.
Talk to you then.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.